Alstroemerias are also known as Peruvian lilies. They're a brilliant border plant for any garden. They'll work in sun or part shade. They flower for 5 to 6 months and they're lovely cut flowers too. This is a new variety called Inca Smile, which has blooms twice the size of usual Alstroemerias. It's absolutely phenomenal variety. Stays about a foot tall, so it's excellent for patios, the front of borders. But remember, you're getting that colour for 5 to 6 months of the year. Almost unheard of for a garden plant.
Fragrance is always important in the garden, and you won't get better fragrance than you will from Dianthus Rainbow Loveliness Improved. Sweet fragrance, lovely colour range, and you've got some unique bicolours amongst it as well. First year flowering perennial, easy to grow, so not only will you get colour this year in your garden, but for many years to come.
This is our new range of fragrant trailing begonias. They're from our own breeding program. We've taken about 5 years to perfect these. And begonias are really this summer's must-have plant. They'll flower through hot, dry, wet, cold conditions. And if you haven't smelt a fragrant begonia before, you really need to give them a go. This rose-coloured one is beautiful, and it almost smells of roses too. The yellow one has a peachy fragrance, and the orange, again, a different fragrance. This is new Fuchsia Beauty Queen, which is a hardy variety, and it's got the largest blooms of any hardy variety we know. You can see the comparison here between a usual variety and Beauty Queen. The blooms are almost 3 times the size. An excellent fuchsia for sun or shade, patio pots, or of course the border, because they're hardy down to -10. Everybody needs some hardy fuchsias in their border. They're almost the backbone of the shrub garden.
For years I've been looking for a red Fuchsia or Californian poppy, and now we have Red Chief. Wonderful deep red flowers, probably the best red I've ever seen on a Californian poppy. Not only do you get the red flowers, you get this wonderful glaucous blue foliage and these attractive seed pods. Easy to grow, direct sow in the garden from beginning of March right through to the first week of June, and it will flower throughout the summer, whatever the weather, whether it's hot and we get drought tolerance, or even if we have a traditional wet summer. New to our seed range this year is a new Dahlia called Sunny Reggae. As you can see, a wonderful mixture of orange and apricot shades on bushy, free-flowering plants. These will then continue flowering all the way through the summer. Not difficult to grow, just a little gentle heat to get them seeds to germinate in the spring, and you'll have plants ready to plant out early summer, and they'll continue to flower right the way through to the autumn.
This is Penstemon Wedding Bells, a brand new plant for your bedding schemes. It's a perennial, so that means it will come back every year, and it's a great alternative to anthuriums, also known as snapdragons. It's just as colourful, but will flower for longer, flowering up to 5 months in the garden. It also doesn't succumb to rust, a big problem with anthuriums. It's from Thompson own breeding, so you know you won't be able to find this anywhere else.
For that little something different, try Phlox Starry Eyes, an easy to grow annual. You could direct sow into the borders from March to early June, or you grow it in module trays and plant out early in the summer. It will flower throughout the summer months, loads of buds, loads of flowers, and each one with this unique star pattern adding to its interest.
This is one of our newest carnations. It's from Thompson own breeding. It's a modern variety, but with the essence of old-fashioned carnation. So it's got a lovely, rich clove fragrance. Vigorous, easy to grow, and ultra hardy. Good for patio containers as well as the border. But remember, that fragrance is absolutely divine. Lovely, long, strong stems for cutting as well, so you can enjoy them indoors in the home.
Larkspur Fancy Purple Picotee. An easy to grow annual. You can direct sow from the beginning of March right through to the beginning of June, and you can have these wonderful Picotee flowers throughout the summer. Not only can you have it to add height to your border, you can also use it as a cut flower and bring that colour indoors in a vase.
This is Spitfire F1 hybrid, first British breeding in brown bulb onions, and for planting as onion sets which have finished their heat treatment earlier than the traditional spring ones. These can be planted from the end of February and make lovely bulbs by the end of July, at least 3 weeks earlier than the traditional Sturon Stuttgart varieties. This is Goldmine Courgette, F1 hybrid and British breeding, producing lovely dark yellow with pale creamy yellow stripes, and is parthenocarpic, which means the female flowers can set fruit without any pollination and produce top quality courgettes.